Hey everybody, welcome back to Game Chronicles. We're here with an early access look at Pinball FX, currently available on PC on the Epic Game Store. Let's see what they've done. This is the first major release of a new pinball game since Pinball FX 3 back in 2017. So this will be coming to consoles later on this year, but right now it's PC exclusive and an Epic Game Store exclusive. So don't know if it's coming to Steam yet or not. So this is the new main menu. Basically they've done kind of what they did in the Star Wars pinball VR game, if anybody played that. Whereas we go over here to Collectibles, we basically have our own little pinball pad here, and they give you all these little unlockables and things. So if we like zoom in here, and then I put that little thing there, the Pinball FX logo. So, and there's going to be little trinkets you can get to put around here. You can even change the carpet out. There's like, that's the one I chose, and there's like an alien one you can pick there. I guess, well, that's not an alien, that's a heart with pinball flippers. So that looked like an alien though. So let's go back out of here. So that's kind of what they're doing here. And then this is a collection of the tables that you collect. Nothing's really interactive, it's just like a showcase for all the crap that you can collect. So the big deal with this release is it comes with nothing. It's a free download and you have to buy or rent every table. There's a couple ways to do that. If we go over here to the shop. So here's some special offers right now. This is the little thing they give you for starting off. That's where I got the little trinkets that I was able to put around my pad. And then the Indiana Jones table, which just came out on Pinball FX 3 a couple weeks ago. It's also available on this game. And for the record, this is the only table that actually costs real money. Everything else costs tickets. So let's get into tickets. There's your tickets, and this is like an in-game currency, which a lot of games are doing now. And there's your four choices. Basically on the low end there for $10 you get 100. That figures out to be about 10 cents a ticket. And over there at the 1200 mark, you're looking at about 8 cents a ticket. So the more you buy, the cheaper it is per ticket, but it's still all kind of weird. I don't know why they just didn't do dollars and cents for the individual tables. And then speaking of tables, here is the current library. There are 38 tables, 37 of them purchasable with tickets, and then of course Indiana Jones there, which is the only one that can be bought with cash. Compared to the 100 tables that are currently available for FX3, it's only about a third of the library. There are a couple tables where their licenses aren't going to carry over. The big two that come to mind are The Walking Dead and the Portal Pinball, which sadly is one of my favorites. I'm thinking since this is not available on Steam and Steam's owned by Valve and Portal's Valve, there's probably some bad blood going on there. Who knows if this comes to Steam in the future, we might get to see that Portal come over, but for now, don't expect it. So basically, we can go over here and we can sort the tables. There's the original Zen tables, Star Wars, Williams, and the Universal Collection. Marvel hasn't made the cut yet, but I'm sure it's taken a while to port all these tables over to the Unreal Engine because they have to do every table individually. So Zen Studios was kind enough to give me codes for Indiana Jones, which I have there. It shows up as owned. And then they gave me a packet of 220 tickets, which I went and immediately purchased all the Universal tables because those are my favorites. And then I think I got a Han Solo up here somewhere. There. Yeah, I got the Han Solo table for Star Wars. So those are the ones that I have that I can play unlimited. So basically your choices are to buy these tables individually, and as you can see there, right now they're running a sale, so everything's 33% off except for a few that aren't, like that guy right there. So that one there is 60 tickets, which we figured out was going to be about $6 or $4.80, depending on how you bought your tickets. So this can get kind of expensive. Basically, it's going to be about $120 if you wanted to buy everything that's currently available right now. But the nice thing is, the way they're doing it, you can pick and choose. They got rid of the table packs. So like Universal, that used to be its own pack, where all those tables came, and I think it was like $20. But if maybe you didn't want ET, so now you don't have to buy ET. You can come in here and buy the other 5. So they're giving you more choice, but they're also making it a little more difficult and expensive. The other solution is the Pinball Pass, and this is a subscription service, kind of like Game Pass. It's $15 a month, which is just as much as Game Pass, which is kind of ridiculous because Game Pass gives you like a couple hundred games of all sorts of types, and here you're basically getting access to, at the time, 38 tables. So with Pinball Pass, you get access to all the game modes, including the Pinball Royale and the tournaments, which haven't been activated yet. You also get unlocks. So if we go into a table here, let's back out and go to my tables. So there we see the collectibles on the right side of the screen. Those are unlockable as you play the game. If you do not own the table and you're not a subscription member, you will unlock those, but you can't use them. And then at any given time after you buy the table or become a subscriber, then you have access to those collectibles. Additionally, the leaderboard down below there, hey, I'm 44th place, cool. That will not activate until you pay for the table or become a member. So you do have local leaderboards, but you will not be part of the global leaderboards. So a lot of this stuff, if you don't care about, then you could get away with just playing for free. And what do you get when you play for free? Well, let's go over here to the daily rotation. So every day they're going to give you 2 free tables that you can play as much as you want, but again, no leaderboard tracking and no extra, unlockables and no special game modes. So this is a great way. You can slowly make your way through the entire library, 2 tables at a time. And there's no reason not to do that if you're a casual player and you don't want to fork over the money. Because right there, I mean, that's going to be, right now it's on sale for 26 tickets, but normally that would be a $4 table. And it's kind of sad because these tables have been around forever. I mean, since 2007. I mean, this thing is, and I own this table on probably 11 different versions of pinball, so ranging from handheld to VR. But let's go ahead and dive in and just see what they've changed. I will show you in the settings and the video. The HDR is currently broken, so stay away from that. You do have to enable it in Windows before this can even be turned on. But the problem is it defaults to 500 nits, which is way too dark, and the contrast does not work correctly if you move it up to 1000 or 2000. So you can also turn ray tracing off or on. I have not seen any noticeable effects. I thought I detected some reflections on one scene, but I wasn't sure, and you do have to be down at the closest camera view to even see it, which is typically unplayable at that point because you zoom so close to the table. My other concern is I'm running on a RTX 3080 card, pretty powerful, and this game really couldn't handle 4K resolution with any camera view that required the panning of the table up and down. So it got really jittery and unresponsive. So I basically lowered it to 1440p, which is pretty flawless on all camera views. It's also the resolution that this is being recorded at, so it should look pretty nice. So let's go ahead and jump into one of the free tables for today. I have not played this yet, so let's see. And I don't know if they have these tables preloaded on or not, because if I just click play, there's a little bit of a load right there for that background texture, but I mean, boom, we're in. And these were typically like, 300, 400, 500, megabyte downloads. So I don't know if this is streaming or how it's working, but it's pretty instant. So let's jump in. So one issue, I'm playing with an Xbox Elite 2 controller, and the game defaults to using the triggers for the flippers. And I'm gonna start squeezing my trigger now. Squeezing, 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 there. So several millimeters of squeeze before the flipper activates, and that lag can be deadly in this game. So thankfully you can go into options, tweak the controls, and I've got them set to triggers and bumpers. And the bumpers are instantaneous. So definitely recommend that being your control scheme. As always, you have the button here to cycle through your views. Now these have all been updated, and for the Unreal Engine 5, I'm just not seeing a huge noticeable upgrade over FX3. And I have FX3 on the PC and the PlayStation 4/5, and I'm just not really seeing it. But let's go ahead and fire this ball out. The studio says that there are substantial upgrades, which is why they are not allowing for any importing. If you remember back when FX3 came out, they let you import most all of your FX2 tables for free, which was a nice feature. Because I currently have 100 tables. I have the entire library, and if I wanted to bring them all over to here, it's going to get kind of expensive. Oh!
Ball lost.
That was my fault. Cycle camera. I mean, the tables are beautiful.
Ball saved.
But if we get down here, let's get in really tight. So I'm not seeing anything that looks remotely ray traced here. And admittedly, not all tables are going to probably have the design to showcase that. It's even something like the ball there. That's not reflecting its surroundings. That's just a static reflective map.
Kickback activated.
Well, I can't get it up that ramp. Whoa, look out. Let's get a better camera view here. That was really good. Ah. One nice thing that they've added, let's see if we can go, is the manual view. And this you can actually go in and tweak yourself. It'll bring up a slider bar and you can move it around, and it'll change the zoom and the angle of your camera on the table. And it is a static camera, so. I haven't played this table in years. I don't even remember
activated.
The rules.
Ball lost.
So here are the local leaderboards, which you get whether you own the table or not. And there, I'm not part of the global leaderboard, so they just tease me with who's already on there. So let's back out of here. What was our other free table? Let's see. Monster Bash. Let's check this one out. So this is kind of nice where they give you the 2 tables a day. It reminds me, the old game, FX3, they would have demos that you could play for a limited time, and then if you wanted to actually purchase the table, it would unlock the full version of the table. Ah.
The creatures of the night, what music they make.
Give us a manual view and fire that ball. This is nice and dark and contrasty. This is pretty cool.
Give my waterlogged friend.
All right, let's zoom in and appreciate the art on this. Yeah, there's some nice detail on this one.
No, please, not the moon.
Camera 6 is probably one of the better views if you can handle the moving table.
Came down. This one has nice. Don't move.
Again, this is early access, so I'm assuming there's going to be lots of optimization going on. I'm hoping to be able to reactivate 4K someday. Although the game looks perfectly fine at 1440p. Boy, suck that one up. Now, I've been playing this series since 2007. I still have trouble finding the perfect camera view. Honestly, the best version of this pinball is the VR version because it literally has you standing over a quote-unquote real pinball machine. Plus you get to see the vertical panel on the back in the VR too. So those are the 2 freebies that are available today. We go in here, and this is a nice feature too. You have the filter over here on the side, so I can just basically click that, and there's everything that I actually own. And let's go ahead and fire up Indiana Jones. I've already reviewed this in a separate video, so maybe we can get a little bit of a comparison between the PC and the PlayStation 5. I'm really curious as to why this table costs $15. It has to be licensing, because $15 is typically what you used to pay for a pack of 3 tables back in the good old days. Boy, it's Drain City tonight. Let's go ahead and go to view 6. There we go.
City of the living.
they say goodbye to Germany.
We have top men working.
I swear I don't suck this bad. The pinball is being unusually harsh tonight, so.
See you tomorrow, Indiana Jones.
But honestly, I'm not really here to review the tables. I'm here to review the shell that's around the tables. And it's kind of problematic for me. It's heavily monetized, it smacks of greed. I have a feeling there's going to be enough blowback that there's probably going to be some rethinking. I know they've already started to hint around that they're going to be working on an upgrade path for people that already have existing tables I doubt if they're going to give them to you, but it's probably going to be some type of a discount. My only problem is this game has never been on the Epic Game Store before, so all of my tables are on PC Steam, and I don't know how they can get proof that you got them on one system and bring them into this one. The one nice thing about this new setup though, even though you're buying your tables individually and they're a little bit more expensive, supposedly all the purchase recognition is on the back end on their own Zen servers. So if you were to go, say, later on this year when it comes out on Xbox or PlayStation, any table you've bought now, supposedly that's what they're promising, is that you're going to have access to those tables cross-platform. So we'll see if that actually happens or not. Again, the Pinball Royale and the tournaments are not available yet. That's coming in a future update. I haven't really unlocked anything playing the game that you can put in the collectible area. The only thing I have access to are these things here that they gave me for early access. But there's quite a bit of stuff. I mean, even if we go here to like that shelf right there, I mean, there's separate, there's like, looks like 1, 2, 3 things per 3 shelves. So they're gonna let you put a whole lot of crap in this room. Those posters on the side there, I even got to put those up there. There's like the right poster slot. So, and there's the 2 that you have to choose from. So there's a lot of superficial clutter that they've added to it. I mean, most people come here just wanting to play pinball. And if that's what you're here for, and you don't care about leaderboards or unlockables, then the free version's probably going to get you by. And honestly, I don't know if I give them any money until it is out of early access. Just let them get their act together before we start paying into this monetization scam, because right now it's pretty egregious. It's happening to all of our games, and it looks like it's happening now to Pinball FX. So it's a good game. It's not light years beyond what you can already play. So it's up to you, but that's gonna be it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.